quick general update. I've been on holiday for around a week and I haven't been doing much. If you've got things you need that you sent me, questions and so on, or video, specific topic that you want, I'll try to respond to everything as soon as possible, but I've got a huge pile of work waiting for me, as I always do when I go on holiday. Um, I'll try to answer to everyone as soon as possible and get everything done. But I've got a few things as well I want to talk about. News, not really news, updates, general, quick updates on how things are going to be from now on. So basically, I've been on holiday, been speaking a lot of languages, just always language learning. I bring my stuff when I'm on the plane, waiting for the plane, or coming out of the plane, or waiting to get inside the airport, wait for the plane, so that then you can wait inside the plane because the plane is late, and you know how traveling works. I always do language learning while I do that. Just I've got my flashcards on my phone, or I've got audio files, and I just listen to it. I review the flashcards. I don't speak to myself with the flashcards like I normally do, because that'd be a little bit weird. But yeah, that's time that I use for language learning. But this trip was really interesting because for the first time in a really long time, I felt a lot of fun with languages. I've had a lot of fun in general in many different ways. But and yeah, it's been a really good trip. If you want more detail, you watch the video in German with subtitles. But the main thing I got out of it is that I kind of rediscovered my passion for languages, because I've been doing this as a business for 5 years and focusing a little bit more on YouTube for the last year. And it's at some point it just became a job, and I do it because I have to do it, and I still enjoy doing it. It's way better than most jobs. I think it pays better than most jobs I've had as well. Definitely, yeah. But anyway, there was a point where I just started getting burnt out with it. Not really burnt out, like burnt out doing real work, but tired of it. Like, if you want to know what burnt out is, try working for Google. I did for a while as a translator. I was working 12-hour days, weekends, everything, and still couldn't finish the massive amount of text they sent me to translate. And it was horrible. Pay was good, but not worth it. Anyway, yeah, I was getting bored of doing the same thing over and over again. So I've got good or bad news depending on what would you like me to do, right? If you want me to just do lots and lots of how-to videos, screen share, and so on, I'll answer any questions. I'll continue doing that, but I'll do a little bit less of it because I want to focus on other things. Of course, if you've got questions, especially if you're in the community, link below, you'll always get answers, obviously. Or if you write a comment in the comment section and so on, yeah, I'll try to answer, but I'll focus less on that. And of course, all the tutorials are available on my platform, and some of them here. But I think there's enough of that for you to have an idea of how you should learn languages, what my system is, and how you should use it. And if you haven't figured it out yet, if you watch 10 of my tutorial videos on how to create language islands to learn to speak, and you still don't know how to do it, well, I don't know, man. Watching 10 more, I don't think it's going to do anything for you. And maybe you should get in the course and actually try the exercises. But yeah, there's so much you can do with tutorials, right? So yes, there's going to be more of that. I never stop, I think. creating that kind of videos, because that kind of videos is what people came here for in the first place. But I want to do things that are more fun. What kind of things? Well, one thing I want to do is travel more. Next year I want to travel way more, because this trip I rediscovered how much fun traveling and meeting people and partying and all that stuff was. And I'm gonna do way more of that because I feel like doing it. I want to travel for work a lot as well. I'm planning a lot of business trips next year, seminars, talks, things like that. Well, depends on who wants to be associated with me, right? But if they are foolish enough to invite me to give a talk, and some people are, then I'll go there. And if they invite me in Berlin, I'll go to Berlin. They probably invite me in Berlin. And if it's in Bucharest, I'll go to Bucharest, etc. So if you want to attend one of those, you just have to join. There'll be a schedule there, and you can show up and watch me run my mouth live for 90 minutes, and then maybe ask questions or meet me in real life, whatever. Otherwise, I'll do webinars as well. Some of them will be public for you to watch for free here. Others will go to my private community. But yeah, this is going to be a lot more of that, of long form videos explaining concepts in depth and lots of Q&A sessions, things like that. Also, there's going to be a lot more videos in other languages, because I mostly speak in English because the algorithm punishes me if I speak, make language videos in other languages. It just doesn't work well, and it's kind of discouraging. But whatever, I'm just going to do a lot more videos in lots of different languages. So if you want to hear me speak whatever, German, Polish, Russian, Portuguese, there'll be more of that. And then it'll be a lot of fun stuff. So right now I'm making a list of things that I want to do in foreign languages. Things like contacting my jiu-jitsu coach, hiring him for private classes so I can do them in Portuguese. So then we can maybe upload a few videos. So you might watch me in a gi getting choked soon. If you're into that kind of thing, then you can watch me getting choked and do whatever you want with it. Okay. This is getting a little bit too sexual. Where was this going? Yeah. So there'll be a lot more of that as well, because languages, originally when I started learning languages, it was just for fun. It's just people there want to talk to, and it's better to talk to them in their language than in English normally. So I started talking to Germans and French people and whatever, and Russians. Russian speakers were not Russian. There's a lot of those. Back in the day when I was a student, that's how, and then traveling and living abroad, blah blah blah, couch surfing, those were fun days. I learned languages just to have fun and meet people and talk to people, and now it just feels like work. And I'll do all the hard work for myself, and I'll continue telling you to do exactly the same thing. But I just want to show that it's fun. So there's something afterwards. Just you learn this huge list of sentences and that's it. And then there's another list of sentences you should learn after that. And no. There's a purpose for all of this. The language islands, sentences, the memorization, the repeating sentences aloud, shadowing, all that. That's for something. And I know not everyone is the same. Not everyone has the same goals. I know people who just learn out of intellectual curiosity. I'm not one of them. I do read a lot and all that, but I don't learn some obscure language because I just want to talk to people. And I was doing not much of that lately, and I just want to do way more of that and have fun with it. So you're going to be seeing more fun stuff as well. One last thing that one last thing that I want to show here, I'm going to add now, is interviews and long conversations with other people who speak lots of languages. And because I'm a member of the Hyperpolyglot Association, HIPIA, I have access to lots of people. So I'll just be inviting them and we'll be speaking whatever languages that we speak in common. Obviously, if they speak Hebrew and they don't speak Basque, we can't speak Basque or Hebrew. So I won't be speaking all my languages and they won't be speaking all the languages in those videos. But still, it'd be interesting talking about other people who speak lots of languages. I'll put subtitles on the whole thing. But yeah, it'd be fun, it'd be interesting. You can compare my level, you can tell me I suck compared to them, whatever. That should be fun as well, just to see what the different kinds of people that learn languages. And trust me, there are people there in that community that are not known, they're not, there's hundreds of them. They're much less famous than, or not famous at all, but much, much more talented at languages than most, probably all language YouTubers. There are some real prodigies there of real language learning geniuses, highly accomplished, speaking lots of languages, but they just introverts, or they want to read and they want to learn languages just to, for whatever reason. But they've got their own things. But some of them just learn languages that are dead, or languages that are super uncommon in some small region somewhere in Latin America or something. Yeah, they do it not because they want to talk to people. A lot of them, not all of them. There's also a lot of people there who speak all the common languages. And it's just, well, like me, they want to just have fun with it. So, but you'll get to see how many people there are that speak different languages and why the reasons behind it. And hopefully this is helpful for you to figure out what you want to do with it, why you're learning, and what kind of language islands you should create. Because people are very, a lot of you are very, not everyone, a lot of you are very confused about what you should do because you want to do everything at the same time, or you don't even know where to start. And knowing exactly what you want to get with the language is really important in order to learn all the right sentences for all the right scenarios, right? Or if you just want to learn Tolstoy or something in Russian, then no, you don't need language islands. You need help, basically. But you get the idea. Then, in all seriousness, you need to learn massive amounts of vocab and things. But you'll see how different people learn for different purposes, and not everyone will agree with me, but whatever. It'll just be interesting. And mostly more fun, more variety of videos. I'll try to do more shorts as well. Why not? And speaking more languages. Long form webinars, seminars. I'm talking to my university here in Deusto. I'm gonna give a seminar for, like the university is gonna have me talk there in front of other people. There's gonna be way more of that for now on. I will record it and we'll put it here, and I'm going to try to do that way more often and internationally. So overall, this trip was fun, a lot of fun, and it was one of those moments where finally I got some time, although I was mostly with other people, but those travel times and waiting times, and I had time to think. And when I was just by myself and not getting distracted, not getting not on the internet or checking something, social media or something, I had a lot of time to think and just to rethink things and figure out what I want to do with this. And that's basically what I'm going to do. I already had planned doing a lot more real life stuff. Like I work with businesses here, and I help them I don't go physically, but I work with businesses in Spain mostly. I want to learn foreign languages, and that's serious work that you don't see here. I work in the university, all that stuff you don't see here. But I think I want to start showing a lot more of that here as well, because it's just otherwise it's just the same thing over and over, and yeah, it's just honestly it's just tedious. It's boring. Sometimes I have to. I mean, it's always easy to make videos, but yeah, at some point it just feels like work, and this is not work for me. This is just a side thing that's fun. It's also income, obviously. It's monetized. YouTube pays me monthly, not much, but pay me monthly, and then people go to my courses and so on through here. But this is not my main thing. Well, maybe it could be at some point, but point is, why not make it more fun? So there'll be a lot more fun things, but also serious planning, more professional, academic, a lot more. I started with book reviews with Crashen and all that. There'll be a lot of that as well whenever I have the time for that. And there's more courses coming as well, including a free Basque course, mostly for Spanish speakers, but as soon as possible I'll adapt it for for French speakers, so that people in the French Basque country can learn, and then finally for English speakers, so that the rest of the world, for whatever reason, if they want to learn Basque, they can learn Basque. Ideally, this is a completely non-profit thing I've been working on for a while, together with some institutions here. It's something that I do it because it's my native language and it's spoken by very few people, and I want to promote it. And I think I can do it. So yeah, there's gonna be that as well. There'll be a playlist with all the Basque learning videos and the free course. So you can, if you're interested in learning Basque, and there are people who are. I met a Colombian who spoke C1 Basque, amazing, and he had C1 Basque before the first time he came here. He just did it all online. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of different things because yeah, I was just getting bored. Just a job. Don't wanna. It's just another like extra work. It's yeah, it's a lot of time that I have to dedicate to this, so I might as well have fun with it. That was the main thing. The lesson learned. This trip. Languages should be fun. I'm gonna make languages fun again. And that wasn't a Trump reference. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon with more videos.